And the battle for the Syrian city of Aleppo has intensified after a Russian unilateral ceasefire expired. Undated videos uploaded online on Sunday and Monday by Syrian military media were described as showing heavy clashes with armed groups in the area southwest of the city. And the UK-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said fighting was continuing in the area. Russia declared a three-day humanitarian pause starting from Thursday, but it was rejected by rebels and did not result in hoped-for medical evacuations from the city or aid deliveries. And Aleppo has been a major battleground in the Syrian conflict, which is now in its sixth year. Heavily armed attackers wearing suicide vests stormed the Pakistani police academy Monday night in the southwestern city of Quetta. And government officials said at least 59 people were killed and 117 others were wounded. 5 to 6 gunmen raided a dormitory where some 200 trainees were resting and sleeping. Some were also taken hostage. An operation to clear the facility lasted 5 hours. Among these assaults was the deadliest in Pakistan since the suicide bomber killed 70 people at a hospital in the same day 2 months ago.
Turkish airstrikes have killed nearly 200 rebels in northwestern Syria near Aleppo city. The state-run Anadolu news agency said the attack on Wednesday hit 18 Syrian Kurdish militia targets, including an armored vehicle, shelters and a rebel building in the region north of Aleppo. The assault is considered the heaviest since Ankara launched a military incursion into Syria against ISIL and the US-backed Kurdish militia. Begin our program in Iraq, where Islamic State militants have attacked several government buildings and a power station in the northern oil city of Kirkuk. Police report that at least 24 people were killed during the pre-dawn attack. Several buildings, including a police headquarters, have been seized. The attack comes as the major offensive to drive ISIL out of Mosul enters its 5th day. Iraqi security forces say they have taken full control of the town of Batila to the east of Mosul, and officials report the operation is ahead of schedule.
Iraqi security forces have regained full control of the western town of Rutba after it was attacked by Islamic State militants 2 days ago. While seeking to draw the attention of Iraqi security forces away from the key city of Mosul, ISIL struck Rutba and Kirkuk, which is further to the north, in recent days. Well, the jihadists executed 5 Iraqis in Rutba and killed at least 46 in Kirkuk.
Well, President Duterte has had another pop at the United States. Before he departed for Japan, he said he was against the presence of any foreign troops in his country. He also intimated that their enhanced defense cooperation agreement, a 2014 pact, which was intended to bolster their alliance, could be in threat. However, the U.S. said it wants to remain in the country to quell Islamic militancy in the south of the country. U.S. Ambassador to Manila, Philip Goldberg, said the security threat in the conflict-plagued region is very serious.
But Japan's Ground Self-Defense Force, or GSDF, has partially opened its military exercises to the media. These exercises cover 2 kinds of UN peacekeeping missions Japan might undertake in South Sudan from November. And the missions were authorized by security legislation that took effect in March. The operations in northeastern Japan have stirred controversy in the country. They could draw its defense forces into military action for the first time since World War II. And GSDF members have also been given more leeway in using weapons previously limited to self-defense and dealing with emergencies. Over 1,000 people gathered in protest in the northeastern city of Misawa.
A U.S. Navy destroyer sailing around the islands in the South China Sea drew warnings from 2 Chinese warships to leave the area. China's Defense Ministry and Foreign Ministry used strong words like illegal and provocative in the news briefings to protest the action by the U.S. The Chinese military vowed to beef up patrols in the area accordingly. Meanwhile, the White House has confirmed the sailing but refused to call it a provocation against China.
The Mosul offensive is sparking a humanitarian crisis as well, according to the International Organization for Migration. As of Thursday, the current operation in and around the city has already forced over 5,600 people to flee their homes. Over 1 million people are believed to be trapped in Mosul. The UN Human Rights Office says ISIL is using 550 families from villages around Mosul as human shields. Between 3,500 and 5,000 ISIL militants are believed to be in Mosul, but according to French President François Hollande, many are already fleeing to Raqqa in Syria.